All right, you're going to want to listen to this. Something just happened that's going to fundamentally change, well, pretty much everything about computing. And no, that is not an exaggeration. We're talking about a leap so huge it makes the last decade of progress look like a practice run.
Seriously, you need to remember this date. Because this is the day quantum computing stopped being some far-off sci-fi idea and became an inevitable, fast-approaching reality. The rulebook, it's just been thrown out the window. So, what's the big news? A company called Quantware just dropped a bombshell, the world's first 10,000 qubit processor. Now, to get a sense of just how insane that is, just look at this chart. For years, you've had the giants, right? Google, IBM, they've been inching forward, going from maybe 50 qubits to about 120. Quantware just delivered 100 times improvement in a single jump. That's not just a step forward, they're playing a completely different game now.
Okay, so Section 1, a quantum leap forward. And to really get why this is such a BFD, a big deal, we got to look at where the industry's been stuck. For basically a decade, quantum has been all promise, but it kept hitting the same wall. Let's talk about why that wall just got completely demolished.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Every major tech company out there has been talking up what quantum could do, right? Revolutionize medicine, finance, climate science, you name it. But they've all been trapped by the same exact hardware limitations. They just couldn't build the things powerful enough. The progress was, well, it was painfully slow.
And that is why this number, 100x, is so important. This isn't a 2x bump. It's not a 10x improvement. A 100-fold leap? That signals a true paradigm shift. It means the conversation just changed from a theoretical research question, like can we even do this, to a straight-up engineering problem. Okay, how fast can we build this and get it into everyone's hands?
All right, Section 2, the scaling problem solved. So, the billion-dollar question, how did they do it? This is really the heart of the breakthrough. See, Quantware didn't just build a bigger chip. They figured out the fundamental scaling problem that was holding back the entire industry. They basically rewrote the rules for how you build a quantum computer. It's called the VO40K architecture. And you can think of it like this. Instead of trying to build one giant, flat, impossibly complicated chip, they started building up. They used 3D scaling to stack components vertically. And then, with what they call a chiplet design, they used smaller, specialized modules, almost like high-tech Lego bricks. This brand new blueprint was the key that unlocked this whole thing. And this comparison just perfectly nails the difference. The old way, it was clumsy. It was like trying to connect a bunch of tiny, separate computers together with slow, messy cables. Quantware's new method, it's like building one single, gigantic, perfectly integrated supercomputer where every single part talks to every other part instantly. We're talking a whole different level of efficiency and raw power. And the results are just staggering. First, they cracked the scaling problem, supporting a massive 40,000 connections, or I/O lines. Second, this means you get exponentially more computing power for every single dollar you spend and every watt of energy you use. And third, and this is huge, they're making this architecture available to the entire industry. It's almost like an open source moment, but for quantum hardware. Okay, Section 3. Now, as massive as that hardware breakthrough is, the story doesn't stop there. This next part is where things get truly wild. This is where the two most powerful technologies on the planet right now come together. That's right, Quantumware is partnering with Nvidia, the undisputed king of AI hardware. So this isn't just a quantum story anymore. Nope, it's now a quantum AI story, and that changes everything. So how does this partnership actually work? It's pretty brilliant. On one side, you've got Quantware's quantum processor, which is amazing at solving these insanely complex problems. On the other side, you've got traditional AI supercomputing, which is a beast at data analysis and learning. And right there in the middle, you have the bridge, NVIDIA's NVQL link. It's a special connection that lets these two different worlds talk to each other at incredible speeds. You're creating a hybrid system that gets the absolute best of both worlds, merging quantum muscle with AI brains. So, do you get what this means? I mean, really, let that sink in for a second. We're talking about merging a technology that can solve literally impossible problems with the AI systems that are already turning our world upside down. This hybrid approach just unlocks stuff we've only ever dreamed of. Discovering new life-saving drugs, that could go from taking decades to just a matter of days. You know those super complex climate models that need a government-level supercomputer? You could run them right on your desk. And we're talking about solving optimization problems that are just flat out impossible today, and even training entirely new classes of AI models that we can't even conceive of with current hardware.
Next up, the 3-year countdown. So you're probably thinking, okay, this is amazing, but it's probably a decade away, right? Wrong. And honestly, the most shocking part of all of this isn't just the tech, it's the timeline. We are not talking about a decade from now. This is all happening on a 3-year countdown. For real.
Just look at this timeline. In 2026, Quantware scales up its manufacturing with a new kilofab. Then, by 2028, these beastly new processors start shipping. That's the moment quantum computing officially goes mainstream. But, happening at the exact same time, you have the insane acceleration of AI. This isn't just one breakthrough in a vacuum. It's a perfect storm of technological progress. And as Quantware CEO Martijn Raesdam points out, the key phrase in his quote is economically relevant. This is the moment the technology finally leaves the research lab and enters the marketplace. It stops being a cool science experiment and starts being a commercial tool, ready to create actual real-world value and change industries. All right, final section. An unprecedented convergence. This brings us to the biggest picture of all, because what's happening isn't just one technology speeding up on its own. What we're witnessing right now is an unprecedented convergence of multiple exponential technologies, all hitting their massive growth spurts at the exact same time. It's like 3 massive forces are all cresting at once. You've got AI, which is scaling towards superintelligence at a mind-boggling rate. You've got this quantum breakthrough we've been talking about, which just smashed all the hardware barriers. And then you have robotics finally moving out of the lab and into our factories at scale. The key here isn't just that they're all happening, it's that they're starting to merge and feed off of each other, amplifying each other's power.
And, unlike past technological revolutions, the ones that took generations to really play out, this one is happening at a speed humanity has literally never seen before. The pace of change isn't measured in decades anymore. It's being measured in months and years. So it really all boils down to this one question for you: first mover or bystander? With this incredible convergence happening right now on this unbelievably compressed timeline, you really only have one choice. Are you going to be a first mover, someone who understands what's happening and adapts? Or are you going to be a bystander, someone who wakes up in 2028 and just wonders what the heck just happened? The future? Well, it's arriving a lot faster than we thought.